Hey, good afternoon, Rob. Back in 1989, the movie Back to the Future 2 predicted the Cubbies would win the World Series this very year. Few could have predicted the start to the White Sox season. On the other hand, we asked one big question to both fan bases.
Peanut, peanut, peanut.
On the edge of baseball's midseason,
Peanut, sunflower seed.
there are signs of success and forms of failure, both written and spoken.
How's my team?
We asked fans of the North and South Sides one big baseball question.
How's your team?
Next question.
My team is all right now.
They're not very good.
Do I have to be honest?
I don't know why. They're not very good.
Bragging rights and city pride isn't something you can hang on a flagpole, but it is something that can uplift a Sox season spent in the basement of the standings.
Oh, so excited.
Anything better for me, that's it.
I'm confident the Sox will pull it off.
For the Cubs, this series could be part of a defining moment
Let's go, Cubbies!
marked in movie history.
2015 Back to the Future said it. It's the Cubbies' year.
The Back to the Future movie, it does a movie. It's not a fiction, sorry.
People are saying we're preparing for the future. The future is now, right here.
They're kind of annoying. No.
I like both teams.
I love both teams, but I love the Cubs more.
They're good. Cubbies fans are good. I like them. I wish they'd win a World Series.
Adrenaline filled the intersections. It poured through Chicago's streets in a sea of red joy and celebration.
It was outrageous. Everyone was crazy.
Fans waiting to see the parade of Lord Stanley's Cup.
It's baby Lord Stanley.
Some bringing their own.
Yeah!
Left the house at 4:30 in the morning.
I got up at 5:45 this morning.
We got here about 6:30.
Some climbing streetlights and utility poles, workers watching from scaffolding, some Hawks fans perching high above the crowd in trees, fans refusing to allow the weather to dampen their party, dancing through drizzle, stomping through puddles, all while they muddle. Those lucky enough to swoop in and get tickets, packed Soldier Field. Tens of thousands reliving a history-making season.
My kids don't know how lucky they are to see 3 championships in 6 years.
The confetti may have fallen to the ground, that excitement has not.
I called off work today.
Hockey is the best sport.
You know, if we air you, you're busted. It was awesome!
The crowds will disappear. These memories may not.
The best parade, best town in the world.
It sounds like a Jennifer Hudson concert.
I dream big.
It feels like a performance by Common, but it's not.
Kids want to help. One heart with courage is a majority.
We Day is because kids are giving back.
We Day is a patchwork of corporately supported stories and songs stitched together by threads of inspiration.
I've gone on to overcome bullying, graduate from college.
Kids from more than 600 schools from across Illinois took part in the event, embraced by stars like Jennifer Hudson.
You don't have a Hudson hug for me?
Of course I have a Hudson hug for you. Come here. It may be co-hosted by Selena Gomez, but we co-produced her hair. You have a little thing in your hair there.
Perfect.
There you go, got it.
Thank you.
Want to make sure, okay?
You can add hair and makeup to your resume.
Students attended free, but had to take part in acts of service like fundraising for foreign developing communities to helping out at a food pantry.
It makes me want to volunteer, to say things, to do things, and to make changes.
You think the feeling you have will last a year, 2 years?
This will last for a lifetime.
Can I get a Hudson hug?
Sure.
Bring it in, bring it in. Jeremy Ross, CBS 2 News.
Jeremy had a pretty good me day on We Day, didn't he? No doubt.
That's a great point. They wait like groupies outside a hotel for a kind of rock star with 4 paws and a tail, whose traveling tale leads through Chicago.
He's just celebrity.
He's been on TV, I don't know how many times.
Everyone loves Poe.
Are they all waiting here?
The dozens gathered never met each other.
Thank you guys for coming out.
But Thomas Neil Rodriguez knows them. They're followers of his dog Poe from his Instagram account, Poe the Dog's Big Adventure. The Lab Mix, named after author Edgar Allan Poe, shares his road trips with about 118,000 followers, making recent stops at Michael Jackson's childhood home, Millennium Park, and Navy Pier. It is all part of his big journey.
Because I don't know how much time I have with him.
Sadly, that journey is coming to an end.
He's in renal failure.
It's sad to see.
He does have a bunch of tumors.
I know he has a lot of bad days.
They're like time bombs. So he could last a year, he could last 2 days.
Rodriguez and his fiancée are spending those final moments traveling the nation with a shelter dog they adopted as an 8-week-old puppy. It is sometimes difficult to watch the now 15-year-old. He needs help getting around, travels in a cart, and requires near round-the-clock care.
You're a good boy.
Some question if this is best for the dog, but others meeting Poe and his family in person come to a different conclusion.
The love that they provide for him, it's unconditional.
It's financially, spiritually, like emotionally taxing. This is our therapy. And when, unfortunately, the day he's not around, like I can remember this.
They don't know when Poe's adventure will end, but they'll enjoy what time remains, sharing it with thousands moved by his life and lessons learned on the road.
He's living every day, and kind of tells me I should do that too.
Jeremy Ross, CBS 2 News.
God, gotta trust these feet.
Drawn to a formidable facade, dozens hang by their fingers and feet.
Bug that gets every climber.
People craving adrenaline and pulling away from the pull of gravity.
This addiction to be off the ground.
But one man at Chicago's Brooklyn Boulders is cheating gravity in a way not many can believe.
He's an incredibly strong climber. Like one of the strongest I've seen.
You clip the left one.
One of the things you'll notice about Julian Juju Gask
Merci.
is his French accent.
I mean, thanks.
The other thing is what he's wearing on his leg.
So I just have to undo these things. Then I cut an opening here so I could fit in.
Cancer's grip latched onto the soft tissue in his right foot. It needed to be removed.
There was also a part of me that was like, why me? It's so unfair. I need my foot to climb.
The man with a passion for climbing eventually approached rounds of chemotherapy, like he approaches scaling a surface.
Just grab the next hold. Keep moving forward.
Insurance paid for treatments, a walking prosthesis, but not a leg he can use for climbing.
By now, it just defines who I am.
In an effort to keep cancer from claiming both his foot and his identity, he made his own climbing foot.
Now that here,
a collection of duct tape, shoe parts, plastic, and wood provides a temporary solution. Friends convinced him to set up a GoFundMe webpage. The goal, to raise a couple $1,000s for a more permanent and professionally made prosthetic, donating nearly $8,000.
it's a great feeling.
Julian Gask proves perseverance comes in all forms. Sometimes you only need to look up to find it. Jeremy Ross, CBS 2 News. Good evening, Jim. The recovery effort continues at this hour, but we're being told it is being pared back, and that will be the case going forward. The effort depending a lot on the amount of daylight in the sky and, of course, the weather conditions. The kind of physics forcing waves onto Porter Beach are responsible for divers scouring the water in search of 20-year-old Chase Froese. Deputy Fire Chief Jake Craig was one of a handful trying to save her.
I experienced water conditions on the lake that I had never seen or experienced before.
A rip current situation is what caused this incident.
It felt like somebody was actually physically pulling on my shorts trying to pull me out.
They can just pop up sometimes.
And I could feel the sand disappearing below my feet as that current was pulling on it.
Around 7 Friday night, helicopters searched the water's surface. First responders rushed to the area where 3 people struggled in the water. Good Samaritans saved 2, but Froese never surfaced. Since then, choppy water conditions have hurt the efforts made by sonar and video to find her as a family copes with the crisis.
They're very faithful people, and that's helping them through this situation a lot.
The 20-year-old, described by friends as an avid rock climber, world traveler, and free spirit, recently visiting Rome. A junior who was heading back home at the time to Grand Rapids, where she attended Calvin College. Now a family's heartbreaking focus is finding a loved one somewhere in the waters of Lake Michigan.
It's very stressful. The family's doing about as well as we can expect.